So over the last year or so, I've been trying to get better at growing Asian greens, and particularly red Pac Choi, Joi Choi, and Tatsoi, which are kind of like my favourite of all the different ones that I've tried. They're just the most reliable and the kind of most versatile. So the Tatsoi is great in cooking, but it's also really lovely in salads. And of course, the red Pac Choi, the purple colour, is also great in salads, but it also makes a nice addition to stir fries and that sort of thing. Debbie likes to make soups from it. And the Joi Choi is again just super reliable for harvesting the full plant. Again, soups, stir fries, and that sort of thing. Not quite so good in salads, but it doesn't go to seed very quickly. The Asian greens being in the brassica family, the challenge is always managing when they go to seed and trying to make sure you've got a nice continuous supply. And that's really what I've been experimenting with, is varieties that stand well, are versatile, do well for a long period of time, especially over winter. So I thought I would just talk you through the experimental sowings that I've done and the kind of results that I've had. And I'll start with really the first sowing, which I tend to do in about August, and of course they do really well. That's kind of the peak time, I think, for growing Asian greens. You can grow them outside. I tend to just put a little net over mine just to keep the birds off and keep the pests down, because they are in the brassica family, and so they've got plenty of pests. If you get the timing slightly wrong, you might get also flea beetle, and so a bit of net just helps to reduce the risk of that. And of course, slugs and snails, absolutely love them. And there's a lot of slugs and snails around in that sort of August to September sort of time scale. So it's worth kind of choosing the bed that you have least slug and snail problems in. And then I did a September sowing, early September, for an October planting undercover. So half of them went in the polytunnel, and that's where I had my Tatsoi and red Pac Choi. And then the other half of them, they went under a low tunnel, and that's where I had Joi Choi, and just name of the variety slips my mind, so I have to put it up on the screen. But both of them did really well. And the Joi Choi, I think, is remarkable in that it is still good plants, still standing well, only just the first signs of those going to seed. The ones in the polytunnel, they went to seed in February. So then the challenge is, what do I eat? Which Asian greens am I going to eat in that kind of February through to sort of mid-April sort of time scale? And for those, I chose Tatsoi, started 2 batches. So one I started back in November, planted it out in December in one of my cold frames, and those plants are looking really nice now. In fact, they're just ready to harvest. The week after, I did the last harvest of the polytunnel ones. So that was pretty nice timing. So I'll definitely be doing that one again. And when those plants are sort of finishing in that cold frame, and I was starting to interplant into those beds quite soon with some of my early brassicas, for example, then the ones that I've just put in the polytunnel just recently, and those are a mix of Tatsoi and red Pac Choi, those were sown 10th of January, and you can see they look pretty nice now, and there's 2 batches of those. The same sowing, but just planted out at slightly different times. And so the ones that were planted out a bit earlier, obviously a little bit bigger, and then the ones planted out just about a week or so later, just slightly smaller. And I'm just about to prick out what I consider to be kind of my early main crop sowing. So this is the one that we're going to be eating all the way through April and into May, into early May, and it's kind of going to go and precede the peppers and the tomatoes and the cucumbers in the polytunnel. And so it's a beautiful timing, you know, so you get loads and loads of growth, really abundant in that sort of, April, May sort of time window. So that pretty much finishes the Asian greens for me then. So by the time we get to the middle of May, I've taken them all out, we've replaced them all with the summer crops. They don't do very well in early summer. But there's so much other stuff to eat. in summer that I don't really miss the Asian greens at all. So that is kind of the results of my sowing trials. And if you want more details, then obviously just as always take a look at my ebook and the individual growing guide section and look up Asian greens, and it's got, you know, the results basically of these sowing trials. And yeah, so I hope you like this quick video. My name's Steve, this is the Seaside Kitchen Garden and Allotment channel, and I'll see you soon.